Eyeliner is a powerful makeup tool that helps you not only define your eyes, but also make them look larger, more symmetrical, brighter, and even more sultry. Today I'm going to show you 5 unique ways to do your eyeliner that will bring the beauty out of your individual eyes. Thank you to Rephr for sponsoring a part of today's video. Let's get started. In order to give my eyes a great base and a little dimension for each liner look, I'm gonna softly contour out my crease with a mid-tone neutral and Rephr brush number 15, which is a crease brush. And then I'm gonna apply a neutral shadow to the lid using brush number 1. Now, the first eyeliner technique that I wanna show you is the easiest, and it is called tight lining. Tight lining is a makeup technique where you apply eyeliner directly to the waterline of your upper eyelid, right at the base of your lashes. Now, the goal is to make your lashes look fuller, so it makes your lashes look more voluminous, and create a more defined eye shape without the visible line of eyeliner on the actual eyelid. Now, to get the most impact out of this look, after tight lining, you do want to go ahead and give your lashes a really good curl, especially if your lashes are as straight as mine are. Now, the eyelash curler that I'm using today is by Rephr, okay? Rephr is a Canadian-owned brand, but the products are actually made in Japan, and I am telling you that the quality of these products are exceptional. They're exceptional, they're incredibly unique, they're beautiful. I mean, every single thing in this line is absolutely beautiful, and this eyelash curler is the best eyelash curler that I've ever used in my entire life, especially for thin straight lashes. Something else that's really interesting about this brand is that they have 2 lash curler sizes. So you have the 20R, which is the original. It's the standard shape and size that you're more likely to find in North America. But for those of you who need a smaller and narrower shape, okay, they now have the 18R. This is such a problem for so many people. I see it in my comment section all the time. 18R is compact, so it's for people who find standard curlers too large and flat for their eye shape, and I know there's a lot of you out there. Give me a hand in the comments if that's you, okay? Rephr listened to the feedback in the concept store and they created an eyelash curler just for you, which is amazing. Now I want to show you the differences between the eyes. On my left eye, I tight lined, and on my right eye, I didn't tight line. So you can see what a big difference this technique makes. It's very simple, but it makes a big difference. This is a great technique for hooded eye shapes where you want definition in the lash line, but you don't want to take up too much eyelid real estate. The second eyeliner technique that I want to show you is also really good for hooded eyes, and it's a great alternative to tight lining. I know a lot of people don't want to put eyeliner in the waterline for the health of their eyes, right? Or because they have dry eyes, so you can do this instead. So taking a very small precision eye brush, this one is number 29. It is teeny tiny, okay? This is the tiniest little brush I own. You can grab your pigment off of your eyeliner and you can smudge it into the lash line, avoiding the waterline, but staying as close to the base of the lashes as you possibly can. Now, the reason that I'm using a brush to do this is because even the most sharpened eyeliners have a thicker tip than a precision brush like this, okay? So grabbing the pigment with the brush will give you a lot more control than going directly on the lid itself. Again, after you do that, you wanna curl the lashes, apply mascara, and bam, you're done. So quick and easy. An alternative to this is instead of using eyeliner, you can actually dip that same brush, that tiny little brush, into a matte eyeshadow of your choice and use that instead. And when you do that, you get a softer and more diffused, natural looking line. Just so you can see the differences clearly, on my left eye, I use a traditional eyeliner, and on my right eye, I used a matte eyeshadow to execute the same technique. At the end of the day, they come out looking almost the exact same, but it's a bit easier to blend out shadow than it is to blend out liner. So if you're struggling with this, do the same thing, but do it with a shadow instead. The third look I want to show you is the rounded eyeliner. I never do this with black unless I am doing a very smoky eye, but I often do this with soft shades of brown or even poppy colorful liners. For my first eye, I will show you the NYX Vivid Rich Mechanical Liner in the color Under the Moonstone. I use this guy a lot for day-to-day natural looks because it's defining but very soft and flattering. When you do a look like this, you want to line the top and the bottom and then shade it out with a pencil brush. Now, if you guys don't know what a pencil brush is, it's a really good brush to invest in. Rephr has 3 sizes of pencil brushes. There's number 23, number 3, and number 26. I reach for these constantly when I'm doing any kind of eyeliner shading. If you want to keep the liner tighter and more defined, you want to use the smallest one, which is number 23. If you want to create a smokier, wider effect, then you can grab either number 3 or number 26, which is like the much larger cousin of the other pencil brushes. Having a pencil brush set is great if you love eyeliner and you plan on using it in lots of different ways. On my left eye, you can see how this technique looks using the brown liner, and on my right eye, you can see how this looks using a colored green liner. The liner that I used was Danessa Myricks in the color Emerald. For the 4th look, we are gonna do something similar, but we're gonna go slightly elongated instead of rounded. So the way that we do that is by keeping the inner part of the eye bare and focusing the shading on the outer third of the eye. Now let's go back to our black eyeliner and start by lining that outer third of the top and that outer third of the bottom lash line. Taking brush number 23, which is the smallest of the pencil brushes, we want to connect those liners and diffuse and extend them upwards in a nice soft way. This is the shading effect that we get when we do it this way. If you like this look but you don't like how liner looks on the bottom of your lashes, I'm kind of that person. I don't love a ton of liner on the bottom of my lashes. You can do the same thing, but you can keep it on the top of the lash line instead. You can see the differences between the 2 eyes here. It's truly amazing how much the shape of your eyes change depending on whether or not you shade the bottom lash line. Finally, I want to show you how to do a soft wing, my favorite look. So my favorite way to do the soft wing is by applying a little eyeliner to the outer third of the eye and then taking my number 23 pencil brush and dragging that line upwards. I then dip that same brush into a matching eyeshadow and I diffuse the pigment out softly on top of the actual eyeliner. Using an eyeshadow on top of an eyeliner like this will build it out, but it will also soften it up. So you're doing 2 things at the same time. You can then clean and sharpen up that line that you just created by going in with some concealer on a very tight, flat brush. I am using brush number 29 here again. So I use that brush to line, but I also like using that brush to conceal in very strategic ways because it is so teeny and so precise. If you want to elongate the eye out even more, you can add eyeliner to the inner part of the eye, making sure to keep that liner very skinny and very close to the lash line. And then to create an even more elongated effect, so if that wasn't enough for you, you can also line the bottom waterline. This will close the eyes up, so it's gonna look less open, but it does create a very sexy siren shape, right? The goal isn't always just big. Sometimes the goal is sultry, and this effect will create the sultry shape. This entire winged technique will drastically change the shape of your eyes. It will turn pretty much any eye shape into an almond eye shape. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. As soon as I hit 5,000 likes on this video, I will recreate it using liquid liner, which looks completely different. The technique for liquid liner is completely different. You guys are gonna be shocked. So like this video if you wanna see that. As always, I really appreciate having you here. If you enjoy this content, then don't forget to subscribe before you leave. This video's over.